GH, what up? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
The developer gets the work done. He or she follows specifications to bring concepts or ideas into reality. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a wild dreamer, a visionary, and has the creative mind to see beyond the curve. Being technical and passionate alone is not enough. Most developers I've seen are always glued to information around only code. You need basic business skills, very basic business skills, and these days you can have several of them online. But to become an entrepreneur, you have to sometimes also network. So networking helps. It builds confidence. You have access to potential partners, customers, and mentors. And then you have to make short-term, mid-term, and then long-term plans. These are very critical. You want to build an app. Some of the things that will happen is funding. You don't have money. So your short-term goals need to address all these things. You need mid-term goals and then long-term goals. Competition will come. You just have to deal with it. Yeah, this is very crucial. If you are building a business and you don't think about competition, it's like you are acting like an ostrich. And it's good to have mentors and advisors. You definitely need it. Consumer behavior and taste affects how you build tech applications here. Everything from buying wachi at Agoba to having dinner at Movenpick, they affect how you run your business. Your products and services need a market. Your idea must solve a problem. This is very simple, it is very basic. There's no problem that your idea is solving. People will just not use it. Building a technology company takes time. It takes a lot of time. There are even certain products or certain ideas that you have. Not all investors, I mean local investors, a lot of them, not all of them see the monetizing aspect of it. They like the direct one. It is A plus A and your cut is.
Some people live for the fortune and some
We'll
people...
just go through, these are basically a list of 16 kind of global tips, and then we're going to hand it over to Kofi, who can give a much deeper local perspective, and we think that the mix of the two should hopefully be helpful. The first step to really focus on is making sure you've done your research. So you know your audience really, really well, you know the problems that you're trying to solve, and also another part of research is making sure you know what your competitors in the space are doing. So the second is making sure that you're focused very, very specifically on quality. So take your time to build something that is solving the need that you've identified in the first step for the users you've identified in the first step, but doing so in a way with very high quality. Because the higher quality that your application is, the better ratings it will get, the better your users will engage with it, which means the more money you're able to make.
And leverage. So if you're building an Android app, making sure you're using notifications properly. There's a lot of great design patterns in the Android site about this that you can find. Having widgets to let users embed functionality from your app on their Android desktop. Being able to use share intents to be able to share out across different platforms, so making it really easy for every social app, for your app to be able to push actions to any social app that user has installed. And Google Play services and all the different features that has.
So the question is, what does local mean? Okay, and to be very honest, it's a confusing expression for me. I'm not sure anymore what local is. Personally, both as an individual and as a business leader, for me, local actually means Africa. But depending on who you are and what your tastes are, local might mean just Accra. Local might not even mean Ghana or West Africa. So it's important to define what local means to you. Is there anybody here who doesn't like the look of a Ferrari F355? It actually looks really nice. And it drives very nice. I haven't driven one before yet. So let's spend a bit more time. If you're going to market this, then the most important fundamental is how does it look to your target user? How do they feel about it? And how do they feel when they use it? The user experience.
your body make a grown man wanna cry. And girl, I wanna take you back to the condo, pronto. Till the morning, Alonzo. I got a lot of ones in a bundle. I gon' make it rain on you, girl, just make it drop down low. Feel the bass in the rumble. Wild boys turn clubs to a jungle. I never bite my tongue, I never lie, baby. Make your body make a grown man wanna cry, baby.
The theme of today's discussion is the day in the life of a tech makers.
I'm going to associate tech maker as someone who is constantly using technology to solve problems or to bring out some sense in something. So yes, I am a tech maker.
We build software across different channels: web, mobile, POS, ATM. I used to work in the bank. And with the non-for-profit, we have several projects that we run. So there's Growing Stems, there's Tech Needs Girls, and there's another project for deaf children. So my day is mixed between the two. I have days that I call coding days. And on my coding days, I have a hood. And I have the trousers, and then I go into the zone, and do not disturb is everywhere. Like,
And do you think, as a female, you've had an advantage over the guys in the industry?
I don't think it's an advantage or disadvantage or anything. I think most companies, when they are hiring, they don't really consider the gender as much as compared to getting someone who can get the work done.
Now, when I was given my offer, I took it. I was just like, yes, this is great. I'm awesome. Then I got into the company. I realized that, well, there'd been 5 or 6 of us headhunted that year. I was the only woman. The other 4 had actually negotiated their salaries. So I had come in maybe 2,000 or 3,000 pounds shorter, not because they hadn't, or the others had just said, well, I think I'm worth a bit more than that, the guys. And I hadn't said anything. I was just very happy with it, and I had taken the money. Very first good lesson to learn.
we essentially built the first e-banking department at Zenith. And then so I built the intranet, I built so many different applications, and there's a promotion, right? So they need to promote somebody for the head of e-banking, and everybody's like, oh, I went to bring the products, I know so much about the department. I was there from day one. So the promotion is mine, it's guaranteed. I go for the meeting the day of the promotion, and as soon as I walk in, there's this man from Nigeria. I walk in and he's like, are you Regina? Ah, but you're small, and you're a woman. And that was it, I didn't get the promotion.
I got my first job when I was 17. I worked with soft, right now they are called software, but back then it was software. Similar to designer, I was only doing I remember walking into, at that time, the development office was a 20-foot container, and yeah, we really hustled in those days. I remember walking into this 20-foot container, seeing all these guys and saying to myself, what have I gotten into?
Women are great coders just like any guy. I mean, I think, but the challenge is that there's just not enough women coming into the industry. And I mean, as you've heard, I think I did the same thing everybody did, is you get in and you realize you're kind of the only one. And I also started, in the US, where I don't know which was more difficult, being black or being a woman. And so, can you imagine me trying to talk about American football? I'm like, hey, it was a great touchdown. Trying to fit in. It's not easy, but we all have to do that. We all have to adapt.
We need you guys to help us. We need you to be talking to your sisters, your girlfriends, to your wives, and encouraging them.
And the aim of organizing the contest was really around creating more quality apps that were relevant to emerging market countries, and on Google platforms, right? So developers from all over the world were invited to build apps, and the way it was structured was on a regional basis. So proud to say, not as proud as Estelle, obviously, but I'm proud to say the event winners, and they're taking away $20,000. And I'll leave Estelle to
Well, I'm so biased. It doesn't matter who wins as long as you're from Ghana, you know, but I'm so grateful to you guys for just giving me, you know, another reason to be proud at Google, to get the Ghana flag out there, to represent Africa, obviously, broadly. I'm sure that everyone is proud of you. Yes, the T-Help team probably wish they won, but, you know, you've just opened up the awareness, and I'm sure that next time round we'll have more participation.
I really just want to express how excited we are to be standing in this position right now. We were up against 400 other teams worldwide, and it's a really good feeling, I tell you, really good feeling.
So the people's choice actually is, I love this part, it's Osigi.
As well as the judges' choice.
Yeah, what else? Yeah, you know someone in every problem. Never. You know someone in every problem. You know someone never ever go with problem.
I like the way the whole program went, the organization and the turnout and basically everything.
I was really inspired by women who really inspired us to take a step forward in whatever we do.
My impression of this second time organized event by the community, I think has gone really well.
I really got inspired by seeing those ladies up there and doing what they do. Because sometimes it looks like there's a place for guys only, and well, at least I can see some hip ladies doing some nice stuff, and that's really inspiring.
Networking, meeting a lot of people, and then you get to learn a lot of things.
I was really inspired, especially by Farida. Her words really made me realize that you don't have to fit in with the guys before making headway in IT.
I said, you go kill me. They got region of a zone too. Started from the ghetto, but now we pushing the Lambo. Money feeling me, tell us a phone from a Django. Tasha, that the drama, come back, I bet you